goodness, it's getting dark already. I have to put the big light on. So, what time is it? Ah, it's 5 o'clock. Ah, come. I don't like it. So, like, let's get started though, shall we? I know. So, this is, my water's dirty, but I enjoy the way that the coloured water taints all the colours that I mix it into. And I know that that's kind of like oh no, you should use clean water because otherwise you'll ruin the colour of your paint, again with the shy hair. But I can't be bothered, and I feel like it's such a waste of water. And like this little green hint, is this even recording? Am I just talking to my, oh well, I'm talking to myself, but yeah, the green tinge that it adds is so fun. Like, just stop this white from, even with it, like the white feels so bright. I'm gonna water it down a little bit. Paint without fear. Paint without fear. What is there to be afraid of? It's literally, it's just paint. Like, yeah, the point of this is that I'm saying my thoughts out loud. I didn't have a smoke. Like, I was like, oh, I can't smoke before I record because I don't want people to, like, I thought about the audience before I thought about myself. And without there usually being a recording device, and when I'm just painting on my own, I like to smoke and paint. And I'm so glad that I did, because I'm so much more at ease already. Like, I've just sat down and I've just gotten cracking. I don't know if I want those feathers to be behind the grass or to be in front of it, but that's a fun movement. I might even paint over that. Don't get too attached to things, especially at this stage. Like, I feel like it will change so much. All I'm doing is filling, and I really like this brush. I like that when you add a bit of pressure to it, just, oh, it's so fun to work with. Cute. I like that you can see a bit of that blue on the underside. I feel like, I genuinely feel, I think with gouache, I don't think you're supposed to layer it so much. Like, I'm not sure. Like, we create rules, but whenever I've looked at Mughal miniatures, I'm like, oh, it feels like they've got such a translucent, like, layer of paint, and everything is just like made with so much confidence. But I'm like, oh, the more layers the better though. I'm like, even if you can see all of the red pencils and the blue bits that where I've not quite painted in the lines, I still think it adds like a depth to it. My therapist asked me to paint my feelings recently, and that was fun because I closed my eyes, I dipped my brush, well, I dipped it, I'd picked the colour before I closed my eyes, but anyway, I just painted like with my eyes closed just to see like what marks would come out. And honestly, that painting that I made, where it's just like a bunch of like random marks and random colors, like, oh, I really love it. Like, it really did actually like express what I wanted to express. And that's the kind of stuff that I want to document. Like, I've got a couple of videos of what it looked like when I was painting in that way, but I want to share it and see who it resonates with, and if it inspires somebody else to do the same, because I'd highly recommend it. Like, I'd highly recommend just standing there and just splashing paint on a canvas and just seeing what happens. And more often than not, I think the things that we paint like innately are more beautiful than the things that we like intend to paint, you know? That went on a bit thicker than I thought it was going to. But it is what it is. Literally the mantra of painting. I feel like I look at, well, firstly, my point of like critique, I guess, with my painting is when I look at like actual Mughal miniatures, first of all, and they would have been like masters, the painters would have been masters in their craft, and like they use like gold, and they have like this insane level of accuracy, and everything, every brush stroke seems so intentional, and like it's just deep, like all of it, like everything about it is so deep and profound. But me in this state, I don't want to be accurate, I don't want to be deep and profound. I just want to put paint down on paper and just bring an image to life that I've seen inside my head. And it resonates with that style so much because it's like, it's timeless. Like, I feel like those miniature paintings represent like a whole history of art. Like, we're often told that we can't be artists in this day and age, like being an artist isn't a serious job. But it was back then, you know? Artists were valued and they were seen as like actual members of society. Like, now it's just all about the speed you can produce something at, and like how perfect it is and how consumable it is for somebody else. And I'm just like, I don't want that. Like, I want like both. I want the timelessness of a Mughal miniature, of a South Asian painting, but I want the freedom of a generation that exists now. And I just want to put a bit of me, I guess. That's all I'm trying to say. I put a bit of me in everything that I paint. And well, I guess I'm like realizing this as I'm speaking, but like the one way that you can really get to know an artist when you look at their work is their brushstrokes. Like, I remember at my panel, I'm gonna post a video about my panel. I'll post the actual panel discussion because I think that was like some of my best conversations. Anyway, somebody had asked me about my brushstrokes, and I thought it was such a fascinating question. I was just like, why do you care about my brushstrokes? I was so baffled. I really care about my brushstrokes, and I put so much that goes into them. But yeah, like the way that you can really get to know an artist is by their brushstrokes, and I never really thought about it until now, to be honest. That's okay. Like, yeah, there's so much that I don't think about, and then I'm like in this moment, I'm like, why didn't you think of that before? You literally look at other artists' work and look at their brushstrokes. Why did you not think anybody would care about yours? You know, that's anyway. I think we're almost done with the white. I will use one color until I've covered all the bases of that color. And like, cool, this is as much white as I want to put in there. And then I'll wash my brush. And then I'm like, cool, what do we want to do? First off, this edge is throwing me off, and I think it should be, my first thought was this red. I was like, maybe like a red border, but no, I'm like, I want the blue in there. I want the deep blue. Maybe I can implement the blue somewhere else, but I think a red would like, feels like summer. My first thought was red, go red. So I think this is why the process of like painting these I've noticed that the process of painting has just gotten so much faster because I'm not dicking around, excuse me, but like I'm just not like wasting my time being critical. Like I'm just like, oh, I don't like it, but it's, if I don't like it, it's because it's not finished. Like it's, oh dear, if I don't like it, it's because I'm not finished. I can change it as much as I want until I'm at a place where I'm like, oh, really like this, or I can see where she's going and what I want to, I was going to say fix, but I don't think it is the fixing. I always used to say that my painting process was just me making mistakes and then fixing them after, which I guess it was. Like, no, I'm not going to invalidate my experience. In the beginning, all I did was smudge things and ruin things, and like, I don't know, I would paint something and then I would be like, oh my god, that doesn't dry the colour that I wanted it to. Literally documented that in like my stories on Instagram. It's not groundbreaking, it's just the way it is. But I don't like that we pretend that it's not that way, you know? I don't like that we're always trying to make out like we know everything all the time. I know nothing. And the more I learn, the more I'm like, you know, like, just don't be like ignorant. Like, I'm not saying that you need to not pay attention to everything, because like I personally believe that it's important to know about things, you know. But I'm saying don't let it like affect your life in a way where you can't pursue joy. What am I talking about? But yeah, don't let the outside world stop you from enjoying yourself. Don't let the criticism of what is correct and what you should know dictate how you live your life. I need to remember that even when I'm having these conversations, like, I'm not talking to an audience, I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to a spirit, like I'm talking to the universe, I guess. Like, why does it feel so like intimidating to say that? But I am talking to the universe. I'm literally talking to the universe, and the universe is talking through me. That's nice. I feel like painting is meditation. Like, it's just meditation. I'm really like, I'm not even thinking. Like, my brain is not on at the minute. Like, I think there's probably why I can't even focus on what I'm saying. What a yap. But I think everything that I'm yapping about probably doesn't make sense. Might make sense. Why am I doubting myself? You know what? I watched a video back, like the first one that I recorded, and I was just like, oh my god, you can literally like hear how much self-doubt goes into how you talk to yourself over a small amount of time. That's really good. Like, yeah, cool. That was nice. That's exciting. I think, are these birds dry? Don't like how they're not opaque, so do I have a good sized brush? I do. What's this one? This is a good one. This was gifted to me by my sister, which I'm really grateful for. I love a watercolor brush, I guess, because gouache is basically watercolor, but such a good brush, and it's so pretty. Like, I think all my brushes are really pretty. Boop, boop, boop. That feels better. You know what? Now that I've eased into this whole thing, it's probably the smoke as well. Just like, oh, I'm well excited. It didn't even take that long to like get over the discomfort. The discomfort might come back though, don't get too ahead of yourself. But for now, just painting. Earlier I was was like, I should have music on because the video is going to be too quiet and you don't sit in silence. Sometimes I'm in the mood to listen to music and just like switch off, but I'm intrigued as to like what I think about when I'm working on these things. I guess that's the whole point, like, of making the videos. It's like, what is going through your mind while you're making this? And I don't want you to just be distracted by the music. Just enjoy where you are. I think the legs should be like, I was gonna do yellow legs, but now I'm like, yellow is a bit, might use that brown that I've used in one of the skin tones. Where is that brush? Maybe like this one. I think it's this brown. Let's see. Can we be bothered to swatch and check? Nah, it looks alright to me. The foot goes, oh, you can't even really make it. Again, don't know what kind of bird this is. Oh, that's a rock. I've just realised the perch on the rock. I should, of course, no point colouring those feet then. Maybe like, oh, I don't know how I've drawn the legs. It's probably not. Anyway, it's probably in there somewhere. Oh, what colour should we do the beak? The same colour. See, you can always like lighten it up later on. It is like, oh, it's not bad, you know. It's like, I was gonna do it yellow, but I feel like yellow is a bit too yellow, and I want it to look, I guess, a little bit more natural. Skin colour. I do not like the shit. Oh, it's so triangular. So triangular. I guess I'll just put like the curves in it because I imagined it to be more like curved. When I put the shading and some black lines in it, the next thing, oh, there's little fish. I was maybe thinking of, oh, not the phone. Let's change my position a little bit. I feel uncomfortable. What was I saying? I don't know what colour fish to have in here. Is that my business right now? So the way that I like to paint is look at the things that I know that I want to change instantly, and that is the lily pads actually. And this green is already wet. Why is the green wet? I didn't even use it. Is it wet from earlier? I don't even know what time I was recording the videos. I'm just kind of going over the lines. As you can tell, I've not really put, excuse you, Shy Pie. I will let you out in 1 second. There you go. Oops, keep knocking me, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I've not got a plan, just, I don't know. I feel like I've looked at these lily pads, like reference images of them, enough to kind of get a grasp on what is happening. But yeah, the way that I like to paint is go for what I feel confident in and just let go, like just letting go. And it's interesting because like, oh look, now I feel like I'm being critical. I just felt myself like criticize the lines there. And I was just like, oh, that didn't look the way that I wanted it to. It's all right. It's all right. Doesn't matter. Oh, interesting. It dries a lot lighter than I thought it was going to. I thought it would stay like that. Oh, well, see, look, it definitely doesn't matter then, because like, you're just trying to build the shape that you want, and it's You don't even have to follow the lines. I don't think I'm following those lines anymore because they were like throwing me off. Yeah, that looks a bit better. There's no wrong answers. I think the reason I think that there's wrong answers is because I've looked at so many miniatures and I strive so hard to like recreate those techniques, and like I always feel like an imposter because I never got any like formal training. Like traditionally these skills in miniature painting would have been passed down from generation to generation, and I don't have that. I literally just like have to just make it up as I go along. But I've recently decided that I'm grateful that I've not had any teaching, because I would feel more inclined to follow specific rules on how to achieve an effect, you know? And I don't want that. Like, I want to be free and not be so critical and just enjoy and be expressive and let the brushwork do its talking and just, yeah, have a scribble, just like a little, feel like I'm doodling, you know, like it should feel like you're doodling. I think I don't ever doodle either. Like, I think everything that I draw is always like a deep sense of expression, you know, like I can't just, oh, I'm gonna doodle something random today, or like have a scribble. Maybe I should doodle more. Maybe that's something I could challenge myself with, because it doesn't have to exist for very long. I've been watching a lot of David Cho. That's what it's inspired me to share and document, if I'm being completely honest. I was watching his video where he was just like talking shit and like drawing. I was just like, oh, I want to do that. And I'm like, cool, I am doing that. Just need to ride the wave when self-doubt and all these things are like creeping in, because it's like, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable doing new things. It's uncomfortable experiencing change. And I think I got a bit cocky. Like, I was just like, yeah, I don't care what people think. And it's like, but whose voice is it when you're being so critical? Like, you definitely do still care to some degree, but I don't want to care enough that it stops me. You know, I can acknowledge that the feeling is there and the feeling is valid. But still carry on with the thing that I want to do. And I'm really excited about this. Like, I'm excited to feel more confident on camera. I'm excited to have more videos of my work coming to life, because I really enjoy looking back at it as well. Like, I love watching like when I was posting all the process stories, I enjoy watching them back. I'm so fascinated with myself, because it's like, I know what I look like to a degree, but it's like, yeah, I don't know, it's just fascinating. It's really cool. Very much enjoy. My brain is switched off again. Like, I think I'm concentrating more on what I'm talking about than yeah. Oops. I need to let the doggies back in. Excuse me. Hang on, go on, mister. Go on. More like back out there in the house. Do you want to come in the house? Why did you take so long? It's so funny. Does anybody else's dogs do that? I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. And they're just like, I'm going to stay outside. I'm like, cool. You stay outside. And then I sit down and get comfy, and they're like, I want to come in now because you're comfy. Like, girl. Yes, I'm talking about you. Anyway, I want to neaten this corner up because this is so much fun. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go over this bit. Oh, I feel like I'm not even in frame. Probably not. Back into the thing.